Punjab. Even my city is very famous. All construction, football, Sialkot.
I know Sialkot.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
इधर देख अच्छा इधर देख बहुत शुक्रिया
The vessel for the West Indies for the 19
Sorry.
To give the Player of the Match award today is Mr. Arun Maman, Vice Chairman and Managing Director of MRF, who've been through thick and thin investing in Indian cricket. He must be a proud man today. And our Player of the Match is Virat Kohli.
They sat me down, I had smoothies, dinner with them. They spoke to me all, and they were fantastic. We had some net bowlers coming from local colleges to bowl, and they took the time out and actually taught them how to bowl properly, and they were fantastic. With a bit of luck, they'll come again. So basically, this team here now, West Indies will come out and they'll give you all these guys. They're fantastic team.
of the umpire's signals mean? Because you need to know about that, right? There's so many of them to show you. We're going to show you the most important ones in a little film that you're going to see on the screen. And we've got Test Match Specials Jonathan Agnew, better known as Aggers, to break it all down for you. Have a look.
So, the basics first. This signals a player has scored 4 runs.
I would say Ocean Thomas because he's gonna keep me up all night making me laugh.
Oh, my grandfather.
Good music and singing in the mirror.
A guitar like this. Later on, we're going to tell you all about it. First though, throughout the Cricket World Cup, we're delivering an important campaign with UNICEF, the world's leading humanitarian organisation for children. One Day for Children unites the ICC Cricket World Cup players, teams, and of course, those 1 billion fans, you included, around the world to support UNICEF to help children learn, play, and most of all, be healthy.
Absolutely. One Day for Children will be celebrated on the 30th of June at the England versus India match where Edgbaston will show their support for children around the world. That game is going.
In this video, I am sharing about my 2019 World Cup watching experience. It was June 27, 2019, the match between India and West Indies that I saw live at Old Trafford Stadium in Manchester. And this video is about me reliving that experience. Like all of you know, this World Cup, T20 World Cup in Umpire in Australia has been cancelled. So probably at least for another more than a year, we won't be having another World Cup. So I thought this would be a good time to reminisce and relive my World Cup experience. So before I start, the image that you are currently seeing has nothing to do with 2019 World Cup, but 20 years before 2019, that is in 1999, there was a World Cup. Again, that was also in England, and at that time, Britannia launched a campaign saying Britannia Kao World Cup Jao. So they bought this campaign or offering where they said you have to collect these, you have to buy these biscuit packets and collect these books. So all these different kinds of booklets, you have to collect a certain number of runs, and then when you go and show these biscuit packet covers to certain stores, they will give you a scratch card, and if you scratch and if you get a ticket, you're lucky and you will go and watch the World Cup. I was barely out of my, not even out of my teens. I didn't have a passport, I didn't have a visa at the time, but I was very eager to get a World Cup ticket, 1999. So I got all these books. These are provided thanks to my friend Parmesh. So I was one of those probably lakhs of kids who bought these books. But yeah, I also gave them to the store. I got a scratch card and it said try again later. So that was that. 20 years before, a hope or a dream to watch the World Cup live in UK got destroyed. And 20 years later, that is in 2019, I had saved up some money to buy the ticket. And just a word about the ticket for 2019 World Cup is that the ballot is opened by the ICC, I think more than 6 months before, and you have to apply and then buy the tickets. So if you're planning to buy the tickets, plan in advance, look out for ICC ballot openings, and then apply there and get the ticket. Okay, let's get started. So this was my ticket. Like you see, it is the West Indies versus India match in Old Trafford on 27th June 2019. Startup play was at 10:30. I had an alcohol-free area at stand B, lower 1. So the so Manchester in that week had a bit of weather was a little varying. I was hoping and praying that the day, on that particular day, June 27, it won't rain and it will be a clear blue sky. I woke up on that morning, I was staying with a friend of mine, and I was very happy to see a clear blue sky. So I was, I booked the ticket from India, traveling all the way. I wanted to watch this match, so there was no rain. And interestingly, there was another match which happened in Old Trafford, which is the India versus Pakistan match. And that time there was a rain; it was a rain-affected match. And later on, also I think India versus New Zealand happened in Manchester, and that was also a rain-affected match. So this was on June 27th. There was a clear blue sky here. Me and my friend are on our way to the stadium. So he was going to his office. He dropped me at one of these bus stations, I think. I like this logo of the Manchester bus stops. So I won't say that Manchester was plastered with World Cup related images, but there are certain signs which indicated that World Cup was of course happening in Manchester. So this was one sign where I took a picture with. And I took this particular train, the internal city train, and reached the station. This is one of the in-between station. Reached the station where the Old Trafford Stadium was nearby located. So this was the stadium from the outside. So I was very excited. As you can expect, there are a lot of India fans who were waiting outside the stadium, who were waiting for the match to start. So yeah, a lot of such paraphernalia, like people who are selling West Indies flag, India flags. And if I remember from my memory, if I remember correctly, there are very few West Indies fans. The whole stadium was like kind of packed with India fans. The people outside, there are also a lot of India fans there. And if you have been following cricket, probably you already know this. Old Trafford Stadium belongs to Lancashire Cricket Club, like we would say the M.A. Chinnaswamy Stadium belongs to Tamil Nadu Cricket Academy. So similarly, it belongs to Lancashire. And like I said before, a lot of Indian fans cheering, rejoicing, and also giving a lot of interviews. There are quite a few TV channels just outside the stadium before the match had started at around 9:30 and even 10 o'clock. They were taking these interviews, and probably they were getting broadcasted in Star Sports and other channels. So yeah, so many interviews being taken, and the gates weren't open. I think I reached a little early, like an hour ago. The match was supposed to start, so we were waiting outside. And yeah, a lot of people were waiting alongside with me and alongside. And there are more India cricket fans. One thing I noticed is that a lot of people from UK and also specifically from US has traveled as families and are like totally celebrating this particular day, like I say, this particular family. And that's me just taking one of my stupid photographs in front of a flux board, I guess. So this is one of the gates to the entry. Then this is just one of those things that you can hold and take a picture with. I also took a picture with this. And like I said before, so many fans, a lot of guys, and a lot of guys from, I think, some of them from different countries, some of them from US. Once inside the stadium, there is this carnival kind of atmosphere. There are a lot of places where you can stand and take pictures. Like for example, this couple people, or with metal like batsman statue, or with these flux boards, or certain other installations. So even there is a World Cup, I think this is a replica where you can stand in front and take an image. So I also took an image. So this is all happening before the match was starting. So one thing about the stand is that Old Trafford had these kind of temporary stands, because since it's India match, they were expecting a huge number of people to come and attend. So they had prepared these huge stands which are already sold, were like kind of temporary stands. My ticket was not in this stand, but this is kind of like a unique thing. And as you can expect, there are some official merchandise shops outside the ground. And once I got into the ground, you could see that people were the Indian cricket team was doing their warm-ups. I could see Virat Kohli and all of these, the team doing warm-up. Also, I could see some cricket-related celebrities, like for example, Srikkanth was walking around the boundary line. He took a few pictures of these kids. And that's me. And I think this is Virat Kohli, who was practicing during the warm-up. More of Indian team doing their warm-ups. And this was my stand. So this was like probably half an hour before the start of the match, so it was a little less crowded. once the match was about to start, the crowd started increasing and it was getting crowded. So this was like before the match had started, a lot of people were taking their images, standing in front of the boundary line, and there was this nice couple who had also been taking their photograph, and that's me trying to bring up, and that's me shouting and cheering even before the match had started. Okay, this is an interesting story. So when I had entered the stadium or the stand where I got the ticket, I could see, I went near the boundary rope and I could see an elderly lady sitting and watching the match. When I saw her, I was really impressed that a person who is this old had taken all the effort to come here, buy the ticket, come here and watch the match. I just spoke to the lady who was accompanying her and asked her, is she watching the match? She said yes. I just smiled and said and gave them a thumbs up sign. Later on, Virat Kohli and I think Rohit Sharma came, spoke to them and took a few photographs also. So they were encouraging such fans who are like so passionate that even at a ripe old age, probably shows around 80, I guess, were still coming and watching the match. So that was an interesting story which was happening beyond the boundary lines. So there's just a cameraman. So these are all the pre-match ceremonies which are happening. Like there are some interview of Srikkanth which is happening here. And this is one of the Bharat Army guys who was posing. And in my particular stand, there was this, I don't know which school students they are, but there was an English teacher who had accompanied these kids. And they were sitting in the row, in one of the rows in front of me. First, India batted, scored around 260 runs. West Indies batted second. They couldn't chase the target. And India won the match. So this was when the match was happening. And during the match also, there were these peers. So this is one of the interesting things. This is one of the interesting things that happened during the match. So when we were watching the match, suddenly there are these like 4 or 5 people who came to our stand and started beating these drums of dole. And it was like already it was a festive atmosphere. And when these people were, already it was festive atmosphere. And when these people started playing the drums, everyone started dancing. I'll play a video of that too. And yeah, this, like you see, a lot of people cheering. The whole place was so excited. The energy was so throbbing. Only thing is that it got a little too hot towards the middle of the innings. It was like a bright sunny day. But overall, the energy was so awesome at the stadium. So this is just one of the pictures that I had taken. I saw one guy who was hiding the scorecard or the mini scoreboard with the flag. Okay, I met a few interesting people during the match in the breaks also. This is one of the guys, if you remember, if you follow IPL, you know this guy. If you follow IPL, you know he's an RCB supporter. He's present in almost all the RCB matches. He was there in this match. I took a picture with him. And during the innings itself, if you feel a little hungry, you can come outside and have some refreshments. When I had stepped out, I could see some interviews that were happening in the outside, just outside the ground building, the stadium building. So this was one of those interviews. This is just a bat shop which was in the stadium itself. And like I said, one of the other interesting people that I met was this Pakistan fan, elderly Pakistan fan. You can see him in almost all of the Pakistan matches. I don't know why, but he was there in this match. So India wasn't playing. So even though Pakistan wasn't playing the match, he was there in this match. And he was a big sport. He just posed with India fans. He was smiling with them. He was making jokes with them. So a lot of people took pictures with him. There was like a crowd always milling around him. And there was this like differently attired people, like this guy who was dressed like a Ganesha. And a lot of these interesting kind of placards or posters that people were showing. And this was towards the end of the match when West Indies had lost and they were filming a few TV interviews. I believe this is Jason Holder, the captain of West Indies cricket team, giving this interview. After the match, when a lot of people were left, there are some people who were remaining. They were trying to get this autograph from Srikkanth. And even after the match had ended, almost around like 100 people were waiting. I was also waiting, hoping to see some of these Indian players get into the bus. But we were not able to see them because they went inside the bus from the other side. So we never got to see the Indian team boarding this bus. I was a little disappointed, but that's fine. India won this match. That's more important for that day. And it is time to say our goodbyes. I wave my goodbye to the Old Trafford Stadium. And that's it for me. Thanks for watching this. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. I'll be sharing more videos of Cricket World Cup 2019 and from people especially who have watched the India matches. So please do subscribe and support our channel. Thank you.
Not out.
परदेसी मेरे यारो लौट के आना मुझे याद रखना कहीं भूल न जाना ओ मेरे परदेसी जाना नहीं मुझे छोड़ के
That's the ground. Why are they still thinking?
Rohan, are you okay? But you got to give something. Good show, Virat. Good show. एक सीट है उनके पास.
Flag வாங்கலாமா? Flag வாங்கலாமா? How much is it? How much?
I'll do them for £5 if you have both have one. I'll do it at £7.50 each, but I'll do two for the tenner.
Okay.
How's that? Two for the tenner. I want to get rid of them, get out of it. I'll give you a tenner change.
Okay.
രണ്ട് വാങ്ങിട്ടമ്മ?
I don't know.
Okay. Thanks G.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
a lot.
Enjoy the game, hope you win.
No. Sorry.
It's alright, bro.
Horns, hats, flags and scarves.
Yeah, 60.
All the best, Team India!
Super. Any message to Tala Dhoni or the boys from Tamil Nadu? Vijay Shankar, DK.
Tala Dhoni தான் முதல்ல ஆக்சுவலா.
சரி,
நம்ம Tala Dhoniக்கு ஒரு பெரிய விசில் போடுங்க. CSK fans எல்லாரும் ஒரு திருப்பி ஒரு விசில் போடுங்க.
Okay, anything for Tamil boys? Vijay Shankar.
Okay, நம்ம
soon after. At the ICC, I'd like to thank this broadcast partner, Star Sports, global partners, Nissan, MRF Tires.
Stand B.
Companies are private and Emirates Airline. And our thanks to official partners, Bumrah, Bigger 91, Uber, Coca-Cola, GoDaddy, and Star Sports for their support and contribution towards cricket. And a special welcome to our matchday partner at Old Trafford today, MRF Tires. The RC please at all times here at Old Trafford today to stay off the playing area. This measure is in place for the safety of everybody, but it includes your own safety and that of the players and officials. So please stay off the playing area at all times. Any racist, homophobic or other abusive conduct or language will not be tolerated whatsoever and will result in ejection from the ground, the imposition of other sanctions and possible criminal prosecution. In the interest of safety and security, we ask you kindly to keep your bags and belongings with you at all times. Bags are unattended and may be removed. If you see a bag sitting on its own, please inform the nearest stewards. The sun is out at last at Manchester. It's going to be a cracking warm day here, and if you are having a drink or two, remember to pinch yourself and drink within your boundaries. Visit drinkaware.co.uk for the facts about alcohol. Get your hair covered over, get some sunscreen on, and make sure you take some water all through the day as well. And you are seated by the remain seated.
Stand B.
Stand B, round the corner, mate.
Thank you. Excuse me.
CWC at 19. Get the app on your phone and on your device. You can follow the matchday on the Cricket World Cup website, which is cricketworldcup.com. And
Yeah.
Right across the tournament highlights and plenty more besides. So cricketworldcup.com. That's the website to have a look at. Make sure you have the app downloaded. Search out CWC 19.
1983 World Cup, where we played West Indies, very opening game in the the same ground, and we beat West Indies in the opening game.
So let me get this right. 83, you beat West Indies in the opening game, all right? But it's 2019, two very different teams these days. What do you think about modern day Indian team and the modern day West Indies team? Looking ahead towards today's game.
I think the Indian team is something fantastic now, 2019. We have a fantastic captain, Virat Kohli, aggressive, passionate, and you know, Virat leads by example. That's something very good. And he's a guy who carries the team himself. That's a very, very important sign of a leader who can take the team along with the team. And don't forget, the Indians are playing as a team. They're not just dependent on one cricketer. If not Virat Kohli, it's Rohit Sharma. If not Rohit Sharma, it's KL. Otherwise, MS Dhoni. So they have a Shami, they have a Bumrah, they have a Kuldeep, they have a Chahal. So I think it's all round fantastic side, 2019 World Cup side.
Yeah, but that's India. What about the West Indies 2019 side?
See, West Indies, I think individually they are fantastic cricketers. You know, Chris Srikkanth.
What is this? Special access.
This is terrific cricketers. I still believe that probably they're not able to combine as a team. That's not what I think.
So history will repeat itself?
Sorry? Yeah, I think it's a good toss to it, and I think Virat did the right thing.
By that name. It's mean a lot because
last but not least, Jaspirit Bumrah.
And now let's have a look at the West Indies. Chris Gale, Sunil Ambris, Shai Hope, Nicholas Puran, Shimron Hetmeyer, Jason Holder, Carlos Braithwaite, Fabian Allen, Kemar Roach, Sheldon Cottrell, and the last one now, O'Shane Thomas. Okay. I gotta say, that's something unique, something very special. All right, that's it from us, just for
Sunday number 42, Thomas.
That's fine. We can walk down.
Kita ya. Oke, ntar kalau. Ini ready.